Hey y'all, happy Thursday and welcome back again to Timmy Talks. I am Timmy and thank you for watching. I hope you have been enjoying my videos. Thank you for your support. If you're supporting me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you have not invited or shared this with your sister, cousin, friend, you have my permission that you can. And let them know that it's free. Okay? Yeah, let's tell them come on here and see what Timmy talking about. Um I hope y'all had a good day. I had an okay day. It was okay. I was kind of busy at work, but it's we're dealing with some bad weather coming through. So I said after I got off, I said, let me come on, hurry up and record my video. I'm gonna try to be 30 minutes, but you know how I get. I can go on and on and on and on. So boom. Enough of the formalities. Again, plain kisses. Plain kisses on Instagram. If you need some, I think you could text me from there or inbox me or something like that. So I want to talk about a few things, two things that really one thing. So I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of writing, notes to myself and stuff like that. And so uh I want to share something with y'all. And it I thought about it today because of a certain situation, but okay, so the way that you live your life, people should be able to see almost what you say you represent. Okay, let me understand what I'm saying. You can't be a person that constantly says you're a lover of God, you're a lover of all people, but you got a nasty attitude, you bigoted, you mean spirited. You just got a nasty disposition about yourself because nothing in those things Christ can shine in. Like how you love, how you showing the love of God being nasty, you know, and I get it. People have to grow. You have to grow into who you are. Because if depending on who you ask, people probably say the same thing about me. However, I knew better, but I ain't here to talk about that. What I want to talk about is that you have to be able to, like, I can meet somebody and I can say, oh, yeah, such a nice person. They are really a nice person. You know how you can see people that's nice, or they got something over their life, and then I can meet somebody and I can see that they're playing nice or acting nice to get what they want, but they got a mean spirit, a evil spirit, hateful spirit, just low down. I can see that, and I thank God for that. And what I want to say is that um in life, as you live your life, and I live my life for Christ. No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not Christ. I say live my life for Christ. Just in case somebody in the back got it misconstrued. Live my life for Christ. I'm human. I'm living down here with sinners. And yes, I do sin, depending on who you ask. Remember I told you that before? But what I wanted to say was, I was praying and I was just thinking, people may not on this side, and I know who could not like Timmy. I know that's what I'd be saying. I'd be saying the same thing. Like, how could you not like me? But it's people. Now, I don't know these people. I don't know who they are. They may be hiding it from me. And I don't really care because I don't go out my way going around here trying to figure out who like me and who don't like me. I just show up. Show up as Timmy. And what you see is what you get. But what I want to say is that, like, with me doing my videos and stuff, I realize that people are not going to always agree with you. They're not. They're just not, because that's the world. That's life. People are not going to agree with you or what you believe in. Like I always tell y'all, like, believe in whatever it is you believe in. But I believe in the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Christ. That's what I believe in. You might believe in something else. You might believe in Mary. You might believe in Jehovah. You might believe in Buddha. You might believe in whomever or whatever it is. But that's okay. And it's not okay, but we're gonna talk about that another day. Um, but with people not liking you, some people you can, if you're a strong-minded person, strong-willed and spirit person like me, they it'll be hard for, it's really hard. And I know you out there because I can feel it because I get certain vibes from different people, but you have to, it's hard for you to find a logic reason of why you don't like somebody. But me, because I'm only talking about me. But I'm just saying, when you see somebody that is living their life a certain way, you have to, it's hard for you to find a, a logic reason to hate them. Why? And I feel like when you love God and you love people, and that's your being, and the people around you can feel that, that's all that matters to me. Um, and the other thing I wanted to say, you know, we cannot, I wish it was a world where everybody got along, everybody loved each other, everybody respected each other. And in life on this side, you're gonna have that where people don't agree, people don't like you, people don't, but you have to, long as this is the way I live my life. My heat is kind of loud. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but because I'd be cold up here in my desk. But every day I pray, and I had shared this with my mother, but sometimes it happens to me, but it's happened to me more often lately. And I think it's because of the way life has been going for me and for the people that are around me and the way I am. And this morning, um, I got out of the bed, I got ready to go to work, and I started praying, you know, and I found myself in a pool of tears. I was crying out to God for my family, for my friends, for my pastor, for my husband. I found myself in this stream. And when I looked up at the thing, I don't even know how much time had gone by because I think I clocked in early, but so much time had went by, and I was just crying out to God, and I hadn't had a moment like that. It's been maybe a couple of weeks, but I'm just saying today it was just something about it. Like I have a prayer, and sometimes I don't know if I prayed on here before, but when I pray sometimes, and I'm praying for someone, and I always tell God, like I know He know everything, but I always say out of my mouth because, God, you know their name. But this morning, for some reason, I started calling people name out, and it just did it. I'm telling you, it changed the whole atmosphere, and nobody went in here but me. But I'm just saying, I can feel how the presence of God came into this room, and it overwhelmed me because it was just me in here. But I mean, I was just so thankful, and I was just so grateful to God. I was like, thank you, God, for coming to visit me this morning. Little old me, and I wish everyone that I had prayed for, I could have called today. But I'll see them before the week is out. It's just like, you had a good day. How's your day? How you been? How's everything going? Because when I tell you, Pacific people, and it was on my heart, and I do that because I love God and I love people. And if my prayer can make it up to heaven on your behalf, that's what I got for you. That's what I got for you. And my grandma, my I used to tell my grandmother. Well, I think my daddy used to say it. I don't know who, but I know he used to just mess with my meme and say, "You know how to get a prayer up to heaven, girl." And I was one of those people when I prayed, I would always try to say what I'm gonna say. I used to struggle with that. We used to have a prayer line at the church I lived in Dallas, and I think I got on it every morning, but I think I may have prayed publicly one time with a fear of how I would sound to people. And let me tell you something else, and this is off the topic all the way, but it's still on the topic. Fear, being fearful, people always say, I don't fear nobody but God. But that'd be a lie. Because I used to say it. And I used to be fearful of people's opinion, people, how they was going to look at me, how they was going to judge me. And it wasn't until I became into who I am today that I was like, I don't care what they say. I don't. I can't. I cannot live my life like that because how I used to, I was always worrying. I was like, oh, they might not like how I talk. They might hear my lips. They might do this. They might say, look how she walk. Anything. And it's an imprisonment of your mind, of your thoughts, of anything, aspirations, or talents, or gifts, or things that you want to do in life. Do not live your life in fear, because people are going to talk regardless. They're going to have something to say anyway, whether it's good or bad. But you can't not let that hold you down for something that you either feel like you should be doing or something that God told you to do. And I'm telling you, I now if somebody asks me to pray on the spot, I can pray. Now, what I'm gonna say, I don't know. Cause when I be praying to God, we talk about a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? But I always ask God before I pray, in front of a group or with the group, like in my choir or something like that, to give me the right words, to minister to people that's in the group, meet the people that, it's just simple prayers. Right? So I hear people pray, oh, I don't pray like that. Oh, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I don't do that. Oh, that God not gonna hear that. That's a trick to keep you from what you're supposed to be doing. Don't been there, done that. Don't do that. But anyway, so back to that. Like, if you really say you don't fear nobody but God, fear just God. Because I promise you, that's the only person I fear. And not in the fear of a way of like I'm scared of him, or I'm scared to die or something like that, or I'm scared to go meet him, or not like that. As far as in a not um living up to what he would acquire me to be in my walk with him. You know what I'm saying? That type of fear. But and another thing I want to talk about is, I think I've talked about this before, but you know how what you hear, um, the quickest way to your mind is through your eyes and through your ears. I heard that somewhere a long time ago. I don't know who said it, but I did hear it. So I didn't make it up, but I heard somebody say it. I think it was either a book I was reading or something a quote I saw online. I don't even remember, but it's the truth. It's the truth because it's the gateway to your soul, actually, especially your eyes. You ever heard the term that somebody referenced, that they looked into somebody's eyes and like it was soulless, or it was a dead look, or it was a cold look, or a feel like if you stare into somebody. That's why, I make eye contact with people, but I don't like looking in everybody's eyes. I'm not going to even lie to you. Like, if I feel I will avoid eye contact, and it's not because I'm afraid of, because I just don't want to get trapped into, like, even when I'm watching TV or watching somebody, I don't look directly in the camera. I'll listen to it. I'm not about to watch it, because you just don't know. People do carry spirits. I believe in it, because I feel like if you believe in something that is so good, you have to believe that there's an evil out here. Like, you just have to, because it doesn't make sense. But that's not what I want to talk about. We're gonna talk about that one day though, because I want to know what people think. Like, do you believe that there are demons? I do. Do you think people are demon possessed? Yes, I do. So, um, and the other part of that I want to say, like I always tell you, like how, and even though you can say that people were like raised a certain way, you're not their only influence. So if you know what is right, see, what's right influences me. And what I know influences me. So that influences me to what I believe in, to what I do, how I live my life. And it was because of the way that I was raised and what was grounded in me. And another thing is, like I mentioned this before, clashing to people or even friendship relationships, what people believe in and how they was raised makes them do the things that they do. Because me, example, I'm just talking about me. Like, I um I grew up a certain way. I grew up seeing certain things. So I always knew, once I became an adult and once I became, whether adult, a mother, a wife, how I wanted my life to be, because of what I saw when I was growing up. So what I'm saying is that, I saw that both of my parents worked their entire life. Um, they're since they've retired, but my grandparents worked. So I always knew I was going to work. You know what I mean? Like, some things are just like a given. Like, and I don't like to say like a lot, because, like my friends say, it's a filler word when you don't know what you want to say. But I do know what I want to say, but it's a bad habit. But I try to not say it because it is a filler word. But I've always known that I was going to be a very hard worker because of what I witnessed as a child, and that is what I am. If you know me, you know that. If anybody has ever worked with me, you know that. You heard that thunder? See, when I was a little girl, you hear that? You can be on the phones with my mom at my Mimi house. She cut the lights off. I'm like, what's going on? She don't want to talk on the phone if she hear thunder like that. Oh, it's over with. But we're not gonna be too much longer. But I want to get this out. So I just knew the way my life would go because I knew because okay, for example, if I sit here all day now, granted, times have definitely changed because when I was coming up in the air, we didn't have YouTube and social media and different things like this where you can come and actually be monetized and make money off of just doing nothing. Let's start that first. But I'm not mad that do you boo? But they have people that now these generations that are coming up, what they want to aspire to be is famous. Don't nobody want to go and do no hard work and be working on no job. They're like, a job, a 9 to 5. What's that? Honest work, honest living. What's wrong with that fact? Is got a job. Is gonna have a job. Is gonna keep a job. What's wrong with that? I'm waiting. I know. I know you don't know. But I'm saying like, but I'm saying you have to. It has a lot to do with your upbringing, you know. And then I'll go back and say, like I said before, it's also a decision for the person too. Because you ever had a family member or knew someone they were raised a certain way and then they grew up to be the total opposite. Because you're not their family is not their only influence. People get influenced by the wrong things, by the wrong people, and it changed their mind just like that. All that you didn't instill into them as a mother, as a father, as a friend, as a sister, as a brother, it go out the window. Because at the end of the day, people are ultimately going to make their own decisions and make their own choices. So with that being said, those are choices and decisions that you have to deal with. Nobody's going to deal with it for you. Your mother can't do it. Your father can't do it. Those are your decisions. Because I feel like you know better. You should do better. You know what I mean? And here we are, May the 16th. I told y'all the next time I come and talk to you, it's gonna be June. I may come. I know I'm gonna come Tuesday and talk to y'all, but I'm actually going out of town. So Thursday I may come. I just don't know. But if I do, it might be a little different, little twist to it. But we'll see. Because I may do it Friday. You know. But what I'm saying is that let them this out there roaring. So we're just not you're just not the only that person's only influence. So you just have to be careful. You have to pray for people. You have to carry them in your spirit, especially your family members. This is the way with family members that just can't feel like they just can't get their life together, you know. And also that can be tiresome. That can be draining. You know what I mean? Um, and like yeah, I think I said that already. So actually, what you believe in is, what impacts what you do. you know because like I've said before, I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm going to go to church. If I'm going to church unless I'm out of town, and if I'm out of town, depending on where I'm at, I may go to that church. It just depends because it's in me. And it's not to say, oh, you go for the people. No, I go because of the relationship that I have with God. That's why I go. And I know that that is what keeps my mind. Because let me tell you something, and I'm gonna just be transparent. I'm gonna just be honest. The most the sometimes in life I have felt like I was in a room full of people and I felt so alone. And some people say, that they don't want to say that they're depressed or it's depression. You let me do this because this I wanted to do this the other day because I had said something to my pastor and he mentioned, you know, he mentioned something. We rebuke that and the devil is a liar and blah 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 blah. But I wanted to just find out because it's so many different definitions of what depression actually is. And I wanted to know, like, because you can have anxiety and that's a form of depression. Like get really nervous around people or just got real bad, jittery, you know. Um, so basically that's another filler word. So what they say depression is a group of conditions associated with the elevation or the lowering of a person's mood. So um so if you feel a certain way, people say that can be a sign of depression. Um and I felt like at one point, maybe about I mean it may have been the week I wasn't on here. I can't even really remember. But I know the whole entire week I was in the bed. It's like I went to work, went to bed, went to work, went to bed. And I felt like I was getting, and I was like, I have to get out of here because my mind was playing tricks on me. I had these thoughts in my mind, and it wasn't like anything crazy or, I'm just saying like it's a habit. I'm just saying that depression can be a real thing. And I had to pray myself through what I was going through. And no, nobody knew. Like my family didn't know, you know, don't know now, but I'm better now. I was better then, and I didn't know it. But I couldn't. I'm not gonna tag it as saying that I was depressed. I was upset. I was angry. I was going through a little something. But I will say that I was just in a place that I don't want to be in. You know what I mean? I didn't like the feeling that I was feeling, and the thoughts that that I was having for the situation that was going on. And excuse me, y'all. Sorry. So I think that's something caught up in my throat. That is like a form of depression. And excuse me, I'm so sorry. Thought I had some hand sanitizer on my downstairs. But yeah, on my ass and got away from coffee. I'm still thank y'all if y'all said praying that I get a little better. I still do have a little flu. I might need to call my doctor back because I'm still feeling like I guess it's at like certain times of the day, like at nighttime I get a little stuffy again, like from being sick the other week. But I'm not coughing up anything with any color, so thank you God for that. But just look sinus congestion. I don't know. Some colds I can't stand colds. But so yeah, like so yes, if you feel like and it's been a thing with black people don't go to therapy. Child, why you don't? Because social media is not therapy. Airing out your problems on social media, that is not therapy. Talking to your friend on the phone, that is not therapy. If you need professional therapy, seek it. It's okay. It's okay. Because what I've realized the older I get is that all of my problems and my worries and my concerns, I tell them to God. And I do feel like sometimes they're not heard. Just being honest and transparent. I do. I'd be like, do you hear me? Like, God, I'm down here with these crazy, like, that's how we have. Sometimes that's how I have to talk to him because that's how I need him to understand me. Like right now. So if you do need therapy, there's a lot of different ways to go. I was seeing some ad, and I'm like with my insurance is send a thing. I think where you can get virtual therapy. It's free. They offer it's so many different things out here, And yes, they're complete strangers that you're talking to. Yes, they're not somebody, and I mean, you can just overload them if you want to, but releasing it in a um healthy place is always good, you know, because it's just good. So I do encourage therapy, um, for marriages, um, for yourself, personal therapy, for because yes, yes, I do believe in God. Yes, God is my everything. However, it's just I feel like not a however, wrong word. He is my therapist also. And I know that he is a comforter. I know that the things that I tell him, he won't tell anybody. So I do go to God. But I'm saying when I'm having problems, like if you're having problems with another person, both of y'all, if y'all not on the same page, so you do need some type of mediator, whether it's a marriage counselor, your pastor, or it's a therapist. So yeah, that's it. My take on that. I am a advocate for that. You need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Now, you can talk to Timmy because I'm a very good listener, but I talk a lot too. So, and I tell people all the time, I have so many secrets that that I know not I'm probably going to. That I know I'm going to die with. I'm gonna go up there and tell them to God, but talk to somebody. Sorry if that was loud on the mic. My throat's still feeling a little chunky, but that's what I want to talk to about today. About that, and you know, therapy is okay. Therapy is okay, and live a life where people can see the God in you or the something else higher than you in you. Because kindness is easy. It doesn't cost you anything to be kind. Like I had a person tell me today, um, you are so concerned and compassionate in the way you're talking because I was very concerned. And he was like, I really, really appreciate it. And when I tell you that made my day, because sometimes, you know, you feel like you're doing the right thing and you're not getting recognized. And I always tell people, sometimes your reward is not going to be down here on earth. Sometimes it's stored up in heaven, and that's okay. I don't have to, the things that I do down here, I don't have to get praises from people. I don't need you tagging me in the on social media saying thank you for this. I don't need you, you know, tagging me saying what I did for you or whatever the case may be, because I'm not that type of person. I don't need that kind of attention. I'm not like that. And if you notice, when I'm on social media, I pop out on social media every now and again, just come to let you know I'm still here. But when you see me, you'll see me. you know, I do, like I told you, I do have a milestone that's coming up. So you're going to probably be seeing a lot of me during that time. You will. And I'm saying this now, and I'm probably not telling the truth because, Lord forgive me, because social media, it can be good and it can be bad. It's for whatever reason, whatever you want to use it for. So, yeah. But, when you're doing things, you know, just do it. People will see and feel the genuineness in the things that you do. You don't have to do things for show. You don't have to do things to say that you did it for somebody, or I had to let her do this, or I did that for her. She had came over there because I had to do this, and then she had that going on. Don't be that person. Now, if it's among friends and people, siblings or something like that, and y'all talk about something like that, that's fine, but not about the person and like putting them down and lifting you up. Don't do that, because sometimes the only difference between you and me is a decision. That's it. And sometimes it just takes you to make the best decision for yourself. That decision can change your entire life. And that's what I feel like when I look out and I see people that are homeless, that's not employed, or, whatever the case may be, and they're in a bad situation or addicted to drugs, addicted to this, addicted to that. It's their choices. You have to remember, excuse me, it's a decision. Excuse me. It's your decision, it's your choice. That's the difference between, I think, every other human being. What you decide to do with your choice or your decision. And that's another thing. In relationships, in marriages, on jobs, don't take my decision away from me. Don't lie to me. You know? And just make the decision what you feel is better for yourself and for your life. I know I'm gonna let y'all go. I remember my father told me one time that he had told, I don't think I should say that. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all have a good time. I mean, a good night. Lord, what am I saying? I'm getting sleep. I'm delirious. This weather is putting me to sleep, and then I'm not feeling well. I don't know if I'm coming back down with something, but so yes, make the right choice for yourself. Make the right choice for your family. Make sure it's a better choice for you, and it's the best decision. You can't say you want something, but you won't do anything to obtain it. That sounds good. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. How? You can't get past goal. Don't be that person. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good weekend. I got a few things planned this weekend. It's gonna be a good weekend. It's gonna be a good rest of the week. So y'all have a good rest of the night. It is now almost 10, 5 minutes to 10. Um, so if you see this later on tonight or tomorrow, hello, thank you for your support again. And again, invite your sister, cousin, friends to come and see what Timmy talking about. And again, if you have anything that you want me to talk about, email me, Timmy Talks24 at Gmail. And bless you. Um, y'all have a good night. Y'all take care of yourselves. And that's it. And that's all.